One little leftover from Big 12 media days was this little bit that UCF quarterback KJ Jefferson, who used to be at Arkansas, love KJ Jefferson as a player, and him with the running attack of Gus Malzahn at UCF is going to be very, very interesting. Gus is good at getting space for quarterbacks to run, and KJ's coming down the pipe at you. You got to make a business decision on whether you're tackling KJ. I think this is going to be a very interesting season for KJ Jefferson. Anyway, he has a locker, obviously, at UCF, and he has this picture, a printout. Love it. They're always putting those, painting these special things, right? Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Like, they're always painting things on the wall. He's just got this little printout. Dot matrix printer. Picture of Shedeur Sanders, Colorado quarterback, and a quote, which I guess was from Skip Bayless. Probably nobody has ever provided more locker room printout stuff than Skip Bayless. He's not just the best QB in the Big 12 conference, but he's the best QB in the country. That's a picture of Shedeur Sanders. KJ Jefferson has it hanging in his locker. Said, I was just looking for some in-house motivation to make sure that I have a competitive edge and making sure that I'm going into each situation, each day, each practice, each film session, each OTA with a competitive edge and the chip on my shoulder. It just gives you that edge, that fire to make sure you don't take anything for granted. I don't really know that statement that he's the best QB in the country is like some shocker. On Skip Bayless lines through the years, would rank fairly non-controversial. Yeah, right. He might be. We'll see. He's good. But this lends credence to the line that Shedeur Sanders said, who said that got a lot of attention, that Colorado is, quote, everybody's Super Bowl. We know we're everybody's Super Bowl. And he got a lot of heat for that because they went 4-8 last year. But and his thing is Colorado wants the attention, they command the attention, they get the attention, and then they get this. But he seems to know it and embrace it, as the Sanders family tends to do. I will give them this much, starting with Prime himself as a player. He'll talk it, but then he'll deal with the consequences. You talk that much smack and play 2 pro sports with everybody trying to get you. You gotta deal with it. So, is Colorado everyone's Super Bowl, Pat? And is KJ Jefferson or is KJ Jefferson prove that, or is this just a lot of more Sanders family hype?
Yeah, if Colorado's everyone's Super Bowl, then the Carolina Panthers are everyone's Super Bowl at the next level, where they actually have a Super Bowl.
8 Super Bowl champions last year. It's very exciting. Plus the Chiefs, 9.
Yeah, yeah, right. There you go.
You get to keep losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they lost the Super Bowl to Stanford, by golly.
Yeah,
that's a bad beat in the Super Bowl. No, I mean, to a degree, and what you said is Colorado puts itself out there. Sanders family puts themselves out there, and so you do ratchet up the motivation. They give the bulletin board material. That's all they do. They walk around spewing bulletin board material. People are going to take it. Do you remember? I mean, Dan Lanning foaming at the mouth last year at Oregon when 3-0 Colorado was coming in. Like, they couldn't wait to jump on the Buffaloes. So at that point, that was a Super Bowl game. Once they started losing, I'm not sure that still held up, but you're telling me Colorado at Nebraska week 2. Colorado beat Nebraska and stormed the field last year. That's going to be a Super Bowl game in Lincoln. Colorado at Colorado State week 3. Buffaloes came from behind to win that in like triple OT at 2 a.m. That'll be a Super Bowl game for the Rams. So there will be some games where people will absolutely be fired up to have Colorado coming, and so you better be ready. I'm not sure they're going to be everybody's Super Bowl, but there's enough people that are circling them on the calendar.
Absolutely agree. It's like Notre Dame, right? Even when Notre Dame was bad, everyone was fired up to play them. It's just you want to beat them. The rest of your life, you're going to be able to say, "Hey, oh yeah, I played college football." Oh, really? Where? Most people who play are not going to become household names or anything like that. And you say, I played it, wherever. And it's like, yeah, we beat Colorado. Oh yeah, what years? Oh, we played Prime and Sanders brother. Oh, we won. Yeah, that's a bit right. Oh, we went into Notre Dame Stadium and won a game. Like right? Like that UConn beat them once, like all that type of stuff. It's defining. They won't just walk around and say it. They will film themselves saying it and then put it on their YouTube channel.
Yes. The second most entertaining YouTube channel in college football after ours.
Yes, after ours.
Yeah.
It is the thing about Colorado. It's amazing. It's so funny that in college sports for so many years, it's been like protect the access to, we'll bring in 3 players, but it'll be very controlled, and post-game interview. First question will be to the radio announcer who basically works for us, and like everything's very controlled. And then all of a sudden now they're showing more. But Colorado just sits there and is like, oh, we had this private team meeting. Let's just film it. No filter. They don't care.
No, they don't care. Right.
I wish Coach Prime was running his program a little more traditionally. Like, I recruit high school athletes. Like, I am going to use the fame and the aura that I have to show up at some high schools and grab this 5-star and like do the recruiting a little bit differently. Because I really think if he did that, he could build a powerhouse at Colorado. He's choosing not to do that. But I also appreciate anyone who wants to do it differently. And he does so many other things I wouldn't do that maybe asking him to fit into this box wouldn't work. But their ability to just sit there and say the craziest stuff that, we've all done, all access pieces, or you're in a meeting. Sometimes they'll let you in meetings or watch, and the coach, I can't use that. Right? Something gets a little over the line there. Because they want you to believe that, coach like Saban will walk around all week talking about the other team's so good, and, respect for Middle Tennessee and all this stuff like he is at his press conference. You know what he's saying in the
No, yeah, in the staff room, they're sitting there saying, yeah, we're going to destroy the right cornerback. We're going at him all day.
And film room, look at, like, listen, Jones, if you don't beat the hell out of that kid every single play and sack the court, like you are, that's what they're saying, because that's real. And for all of sports, we haven't been able to see that. We have to pretend that they go into the, just do your best, put a good effort out there. It's a quality opponent across the way. That's not how you motivate people. Not Prime. So, plenty of respect for that. I don't know. I think they are the Super Bowl of every team you play. I think circle it. Well,
AJ Jefferson and UCF gets them in Orlando, I think in early October.
I mean, how about a little spice for a Colorado UCF matchup?
Why not?
Was again, second UConn reference. Was it the civil conflict? Was that the rivalry UConn created between UCF?
Yes. That's some terrible trophy. And
remember this, Randy Edsel, I believe it was Edsel's idea. He was trying to get some excitement. I get what he was trying to do, because it was tough for UConn it's always tough for UConn, but it was tough when they were in the American and they didn't have any rivals other than the annual New England United game. That's the real civil conflict. Against UMass. They probably weren't even playing UMass at that point. But he invented a trophy. They created a trophy and declared UCF their rival and had a countdown clock. And word got back to UCF, and they were like, "What?
UConn? Really?"
And like you see that occasionally in sports with like Oklahoma State's biggest rivals, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's like, "What? Right?
Yeah. We're worried about Texas over
Michigan. I worry about Ohio State, Michigan State, little brother, all that stuff. And then the little brother starts beating them. Then they start caring. But there was no in-state, there was nothing. Connecticut people like going to Disney World in the winter? Like, what is it?
It's the ultimate example of like, we are on an island of misfit toys, and we just got to pick a toy that we have a beef with.
We need somebody to argue with. Yeah.
Yeah.
The civil conflict.